Think about how much of your daily life revolves around money. You earn it, spend it, save it, and maybe even stress over it. But what if money, cash, digital transactions, cryptocurrency simply didn't exist? No dollars in your wallet, no credit cards in your pocket, no bank apps on your phone. What would replace it? How would society function? And could we thrive? Or would the world fall into chaos? Today, we're diving into the deep and fascinating question, what if money didn't exist? To understand a world without money, we first need to understand why money exists. Before currency, people relied on bartering, exchanging one good for another. Imagine trading a chicken for a basket of apples or a clay pot for a pair of sandals. It sounds simple, right? But barter comes with problems. What if the shoemaker doesn't want your grain? Or what if what you're offering isn't worth what you're asking for? Economists call this the double coincidence of wants, and it's one of the main reasons money was invented. Money, whether it's gold, coins, or paper, acts as a medium of exchange, a measure of value, and a store of wealth. Early civilizations used shells, precious metals, or even large stone discs as currency. Over time, these evolved into the coins and banknotes we recognize today. Fast forward to the 21st century, and we've added credit cards, digital wallets, and cryptocurrencies to the mix. Money may be intangible now, but its purpose remains the same, facilitating trade and storing value for the future. So what happens when money disappears? Let's explore a few possibilities. The most straightforward replacement might be a return to bartering, trading goods or services directly. But remember the challenges we mentioned earlier. Matching needs and values would still be complicated. A farmer could trade eggs for a haircut, but what happens when you need something intangible, like medical care or education? Complex services are harder to quantify without a universal measure like money. Another possibility is a system of time banks. Instead of trading goods, people trade time. 1 hour of your work earns you 1 hour of someone else's service. Need legal advice? Trade an hour of cooking. Time banks already exist in some communities and work surprisingly well, but they're limited in scale and depend on trust and active participation. Now let's go futuristic. Imagine AI-driven systems that track your contributions to society. Everything from the number of hours you work to the value of your skills. Instead of earning money, you'd earn credits or points, automatically distributed and stored on a blockchain ledger. These credits could then be used to purchase goods and services. While this idea solves some issues, it introduces new ones. What happens if the system is hacked? How do we ensure fairness in valuing different types of work? A moneyless world isn't just a thought experiment. Throughout history, communities have tried living without money. Indigenous societies often relied on gift economies, where goods and services were shared freely within the community. Everyone contributed and resources were distributed based on need rather than monetary wealth. In modern times, events like Burning Man promote a temporary gift economy. Participants exchange goods, services, and experiences without using money. It's a fascinating glimpse into how a cooperative system could work, but it's temporary and thrives only because of shared values and trust. Local time banks are another example. In these systems, individuals trade hours of work instead of money. 1 hour of childcare might earn you an hour of plumbing or gardening. While this idea works well in small, tight-knit communities, scaling it to national or global levels presents significant challenges. While the idea of a moneyless society might sound utopian, it comes with significant challenges. First, scalability. Small communities can rely on trust and direct exchanges, but larger societies need systems to handle complex trades and ensure everyone's needs are met. Then there's the issue of inequality. In a moneyless system, power could shift to those with highly desirable skills or resources, creating new forms of inequality. For example, how would you ensure that caregiving or teaching, often undervalued even in today's world, receives fair recognition in a system without money? Finally, scarcity becomes a major concern. Without money to regulate demand and supply, Resources could be hoarded or misallocated, leading to shortages and social tension. Money, for all its flaws, helps balance these dynamics. Beyond the practical challenges, a moneyless world raises profound ethical and philosophical questions. Would removing money eliminate greed, or would humans find new ways to exploit each other? Would fairness truly emerge, or would inequality take on a different form? Some argue that money isn't the problem. It's our relationship with it. A society focused on cooperation and mutual aid might not need money, but achieving that requires a fundamental shift in human behavior. Others believe that money in some form is essential as a tool for organizing resources and incentivizing innovation. So, could we live in a world without money? The idea is captivating and challenges us to rethink how we value work, resources, and human connections. But for such a system to succeed, it would require trust, fairness, and perhaps a level of cooperation humanity hasn't yet achieved. Whether or not we eliminate money, one thing is clear. Our economic systems should evolve to reflect the values of equity, sustainability, and shared prosperity. What do you think? Would a moneyless world be a utopia or a disaster?